Gunnerman Group is a go.
Yes! Not just a startup, an upstart.
Gotta get going.
Gotta be good.
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 Growth is the goal. How do we do that?
I talked to UPS. They'll help us out. New technology, smart advice. We focus on the business and they take care of the logistics.
UPS.
Good going.
We get good. That's great.
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 I love logistics.
Akron tops Ball State 59-47 in its second annual Purple Out game in honor of former director of basketball operations Dan Peters, who passed away in October after an 11-month battle with pancreatic cancer. The Zips and the Cardinals were tied at 24 at halftime, but Akron took control in the second half behind big man Pat Forsyth. The junior scored a career-high 17 points, with 11 of those coming in the final 20 minutes. Forsyth said after the game that Peters was always very supportive and lifted your spirits up. And Forsyth lifted the Zips to victory with his performance in the second half in honor of someone who meant so much to him and many others associated with the Akron Zips basketball program.
Well, I give our guys credit. I give Ball State credit first. You know, good game plan. Things went well for them. Shot the ball in, slowed the game down a little bit. Try to take advantage of the fact that, they were going to play less guys than us. And they hung around. They did what they had to do. They're a much better team than people realize. They have good players. They've got a good mix of guys. We just have more guys. That's the bottom line. Well, first let me say I like all four of our freshmen. I think they're really good players. I think Antono, Noah, BJ, and Aaron Jackson are really good players. So if I don't start them, I can't get them any minutes. I'm over there like in distress because I got 11 guys and they're all good players. And they're all on the verge of being disgruntled because they don't play as much as they want. So I have to figure out ways innovatively to make sure that good players get minutes without losing games. Like that's hard. Like I want to go up and down more so that I can use all 11. But we're more of a half-court team than we are a full-court team. So it puts me in a tough position. So I like the way BJ played at Western Michigan. And then, Jake's had the issues with the head, so it was easy for me to just decide to start him. I almost started Big Dog for Pat, too. But I don't know. I didn't want to disrupt the apple cart too much. But the guy to me that gets no credit but might be one of our most valuable players. I'm going to see how smart you are, George. You ready? Nah. No. Well, Noah's really good. I mean, without Noah, we wouldn't really have a – but he's a guy that nobody even thinks of. But Aaron Jackson. Aaron Jackson is the most energetic, positive human being, and everything he does rubs off on everybody else.
Well,
he plays hard. He takes the charge. He runs around. He's like a chicken with his head cut off. And that guy is a guy that is valuable. So pretty soon now, Pat's taking the charge. The next guy's diving on the floor for the loose ball. That stuff is contagious, right? And he's also shown he's a good player now. So he was one of the last ones in tonight, right? And and he should be playing even more. He's so energetic. Right now he's a little green yet. He makes some mistakes, but man, there's nobody in America that plays any harder than him. Well, it was important. It was tough. I think it was really tough for Danny Joe, his boy, and tough on the family. And, when I saw the people gathering out there for the picture and that, and, I see both his parents, man, that's heartbreaking to me. Because his parents, are in good health, elderly, but great people. And he's got such a great family that, it's hard. I mean, I think about him every day. I mean, he's just a good guy. He was a guy that, you could talk to him about a lot of different things, whether it was politics, whether it was people, just a mature individual, not some guy that didn't know a lot about a lot of things. He knew a lot. So for me, like I teared up, when we gave the picture out. Like I miss him, so just like we miss all our friends and family. But, I just feel bad because it was so premature, really.
The Zips wore purple uniforms with Peters on the back of all the jerseys, and both teams wore warm-up shirts with the number 14 on them and Peters on the back. Dan Peters wore number 14 during his high school basketball days in Canton, Ohio. Peters' family, including his wife Nancy and his sons Michael and Danny, a Ball State assistant coach, were honored before the game and presented with a framed jersey and flowers. Akron moves to 14-6 overall, including 5-2 in MAC play, and has won the last 12 showdowns with Ball State. Up next for the Zips, Akron heads to Bowling Green and goes for the season sweep against the Falcons. Reporting from James A. Rhodes Arena, I'm David Suntup for GoZips.com.